Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. This blog is a brief history of Nigel Pinder. He's known to you as Bounty. The blogger is saying that he is not going to eat food from the people who bring food into the hotel there in St. Philip Dawes prison. That food will never cross his lips. He's not going to eat it. Okay, they're going to have to allow someone cooking on the outside that he trusts to bring food in for him. Now, thankfully, or you should say thank God, he won't be living very long in the American prison, because it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen, okay? If he were to be, especially a federal lockdown, he were to be in a federal prison, nah, you can't have your mom and your daddy or your sister or your auntie bringing food. No, it ain't gonna happen. But anyhow, they're saying that he was incarcerated a few times before and he ate nothing. Remember when I said that he looked a little on the gray side? His skin looked a little grayish. You can tell when someone is well nourished. Okay, so food had to be brought to him into the prison. That's what they're saying. And then they're saying that when it was alleged that he left the island when those decomposed bodies were found, you know, when someone like takes the light off, or takes the light out of someone, like unalive them, when someone does that, sometimes the person who's responsible, they try to travel far away. It's an alibi. Okay, he gave himself an alibi. Okay, so what you do is, let's say you arrange for someone to be, taken out, and it's going to happen Saturday. You book your flights on, Friday or whatever, Thursday, you're gone from the island, you're gone from the country you're living in, so that when anything goes down, hey, I was in Canada. You can say things like that. You can do things like that. So they're saying that when that happened, when those bodies were found, he said that if he was going down, this is what the person is saying, the blogger, he said, if I go down, everybody's going down with me. That's what they're saying. They're quoting Nigel Pinder, also known as Cappy, also known as Bounty, for saying if he goes down, everyone is going down with him, and that would include, okay, there's a list: customs and immigration officers, police and prison officers, court staff, lawyers and ministers of government, to name a few, Mia and Abrams, Wilfred, Marshall, that's the Attorney General. Okay, so let me go back and read again. It's reading Mia and or Abrams. Marshall will unalive him, would unalive. They're saying that they would try to unalive Bounty, okay? His heavy police guards are not there, or were not there, to prevent him from escaping, but to prevent him being assassinated. Okay, so I'm seeing where this blog is going. I'm not supposed to show you what I'm reading from. Okay, I'm supposed to do it in my own words and put it out there. Yeah, so they're saying that Mia's hands, Abrams' hands, Marshall's hands are kind of dirty with the, the assassination stick, that kind of thing. So they're saying they will unalive Bounty because he knows too much, and he has too much information on persons who wish to remain anonymous. He funded Michael Lashley's political campaigns every time, but they fell out big time, and they made up, but not really back to normal how they were before. But they're saying, the person is saying that he and Michael Lashley kind of sort of made up. Okay, remember when Mia won the first election and became PM? Yes, Bounty was up front, right and center stage. He was right there. He came from a good family, and his brother is a preacher. Well, is meaning he's still alive. They're not talking about the one that died recently. So they're saying that Nigel Pinder came from a good family. Watch and see. he will beat those charges. They're thinking that he's not going to be guilty of nothing if they don't unalive him first. They will blame his dead brother, the one who died of cancer a few months after Bounty's son was killed. He was his right-hand man. How are they going to blame a dead person? Okay, how would they blame his dead brother if Bounty gets taken out? So I didn't understand that part. Okay, I didn't understand that part. Watch and see how he will beat the charges. That's what's there. If they don't kill him first, is a period. And they will blame his brother, the one that's dead, the one who died of cancer a few months. He was his right-hand man. So whatever that means to you, that's what was said here. But in essence, the person is saying that Bounty is going to be special up there in the Hotel St. Philip Dodge. He's going to be special. He's not going to be put in the general population so that no one can, like, stick a needle in him or anything like that. He's going to be in a different section of the prison. He's not going to eat the prison food. That's what they're saying. He's not going to eat the prison food. The food is going to have to be cooked and brought to him from someone that he trusts. So that means they're going to have to do it every day, like 2-3 times a day, or is it one big package so that he can parcel it out and say, okay, breakfast, lunch, dinner, but once a day? Yeah, but that's what they're saying, that he's going to be a special kind of prisoner up there. And if push comes to shove, he's going to throw lawyers, ministers of government, court staff, police, prison officers, custom and immigration officers, the whole shebang. He's going to throw all of them under the bus if push comes to shove, okay? So that was a brief history regarding Nigel Bounty Cappy Pinder. He has been accused of 3 killings, Pippi Nard and, Randy Brathwaite, and then the young guy. I'm doing this from memory. I'm pretty proud of myself that I remember 2 names of the 3. Yeah, then there was a third guy that he's accused of unaliving, and right now he is not far from home. He's like 10 minutes walk from his house, because he too also he lives in St. Philip, and the prison, the hotel, is in St. Philip. Hotel St. Philip is in St. Philip, also known as Dawes in St. Philip. So he could probably, if they're being really, let's say they're really being wicked, they could probably put him in a cell that looks right at his house. Oh, Jesus. Could you imagine they doing that? Put him in a cell, and when he looks out the window, he could see, he's like, who's that going into my house? Who's that doing that? And, got the man all stressed out because people are going back and forth in his house that he does not recognize. That's just something that I'm saying may not be so. But yeah, that's it on Nigel Pinder. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.